Hi everyone, my name is JT Pilot, and today we'll be making another video. This time, we'll be reviewing this 1/4 scale NG models Delta Airlines Boeing 767-300ER, and this model is being used on NG models new 767 mold. And overall, this is an excellent mold from NG models. It's really a fantastic mold with some minor issues, and which we'll be covering in today's video. And yes, there's some controversy in 1/400 scale. We will also be comparing this NG version with the Gemini Jet's 2023 version, so we'll be featuring that in today's video. And that model is exactly the same as this model, just featuring different engines. So this NG model is featuring the General Electric CF6 engines, and yes, November 173 Delta Zulu. NG also did another release in the same month with the Delta 767 with the Pride and Whitney engine. So I decided to get this one just to have a different engine variant of the Delta 767s. So in case you're new to my reviews, this is how I do model reviews. I first start off with the box of the model, and then do an in-depth analysis of the model itself. At the end of the video, I'll be scoring this one with my JT scoring system, and then at the end of this video, we'll be also comparing this model with the Gemini Jets version. So nonetheless, let's get started. And starting off with the box of this model. So funny fact about the box art of this model is the exact same design as Delta's gift card. So that's a little interesting fun fact about this. This is where the silver and the red comes from, is directly off of Delta's gift cards you can find in retail stores across the nation. Just noticed that recently. And yes, so that is the general box design. So typical NG box, 767 titles, CGI image, your Delta logo on the bottom left, and then I'm just going to this. We'll do a quick review of the box. There you go. There's the bottom of the box. The item number for this model is 17002. So it's a brand new 767 model. So there's the right side of the box with the Delta logo. And the top of the box is pretty similar to the bottom of the box. That's without the item number. And then there's the back of the box. So you have your CGI image, NG logo, NG social media is down there. And then you have the I number and the warning label. So that is it for the box. And here is the model itself. So there is two general observations you can make with the accuracies of the model. One is the nose region of this aircraft, and one is the winglet. So we'll dive into more of that as we go for the review, and I'll mention that as well in the Gemini Jets comparison. So starting off the front portion of the model, you have your cockpit windows there. This is my main concern with this model is the cockpit window. The cockpit window on the center is the bottom is a little too long there, so that's kind of making the windows look weird. I have been looking at some real life pictures there, and the cockpit windows may be placed just a hair too high. Then you have your weather dome there. You have your pitot tubes and static ports. They're looking fantastic there. You have your nose landing gear there with the fleet number 1703. Nose landing gear is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. You have your SkyTeam logo there, L1 door, the Delta tiles which are accurate on this model, like on some NG's ever aircraft. You have some lights up there. You have an antenna. You have the SATCOM box, and then you have another SATCOM box. The second one on the center of the aircraft there is not on the Gemini version, so that's the difference there. You have the CF6 engines there, looking fantastic there. Lots of detail on them. You have your landing lights there. And then you have the wings here. So you have the emergency escape doors and emergency escape paths on the wings, looking fantastic there. And then you have the winglets here, which they're a little too small, and that's a concern in this model. And the winglet size is about the exact same as a 757, which is really inaccurate there. So hopefully NG models will fix that by enlarging the winglets, and you'll see the more accurate version on the Gemini Jets model we will be comparing later for reference. And then you have a few more antennas. You have the United States flag and any registration number 173 Delta Zulu, L2 door there, sorry. And then the beautiful Delta widget tail with the fleet number 1703. So you have your elevators and the vertical stabilizer looking perfect. And here is the back view of this aircraft here, looking fantastic there. Great EPU detailing there. Elevator placements looking fantastic there. I'll give you some angles of that. And then the engine nozzles there looking perfect there. And here is the bottom of the aircraft there. So here at the bottom of the tail, there are lots of detailing there. You have the Delta belly there, so that's great to see. And the sandals right in the D there, so that is really interesting there. So that's a good placement. That you have the anti-collision light there. You have your wing landing gear there in the bottom of the wings. looking fantastic. There's so much detail on this model. Okay, so MG did excel in that aspect. And then you have the gear doors there and the 767 tiles there. So that is it for the bottom of this aircraft. So here the front view of this model, and this cockpit windows look a little weird. I don't know. It's just very strange there. But the rest of the front region's looking great. So your CF6 engines there are looking fantastic. Lots of detail on them. And then there's the list of the aircraft. And there's the right engine there looking fantastic. Or the L1 engine there. Or the engine number 1's looking great there. I don't know why I was about to say L1 engine like an aircraft door, but and there is the other side looking fantastic. Moving on to the right side of this model, so we have some extra features. So we have the R1 door this time, so we covered the L1 door on the other side. You have a baggage tool right here, which is looking perfect. And yes, one thing I want to mention is the passenger windows on the small are perfect. I know some people have been complaining about the window line being too high. I was just looking at some real-life Delta 767 photos, and the window line is perfectly fine in my opinion. So, yeah, just my opinion, though. Yeah, and then there's the center aircraft once again. Another baggage hold, and then the R2 door. And that does conclude the model analysis. And it is comparison time between the NG models Delta 767-300ER with the CF6 engines and the Gemini jets Delta 767-300ER with the Pratt & Whitney engine. So, here is some of the pros and cons of each of these models. So, if you're looking to get a Delta 767 in your collection, here's what I would look for. So, what are the pros of the NG mold? I would say, so the best part about NG mold, I would say overall, it's not a cradle mold. That is the main thing you'll notice between this model. So the NG version, no cradle. The Gemini version, you can see that massive seam in the middle. Also, the Gemini version, the engines are not as accurate, because on all the Gemini 767s, the engines are exactly the same. While in real life, there's, I think, 3 or 4 different engine variants for the 767-300ER. So this is supposed to be a Pratt & Whitney engine, but Gemini has made it generic where it looks like it could be the CF6 engine as well. And the family details is not as good as the NG version, which we have seen previously in the video. While the NG's version has more accurate engines, and they replicate the real-life aircraft. The NG version also has some pros in regards to aerial. So you have the 2 SATCOM boxes and the underside antennas, while the Gemini only has 1 SATCOM box and only has overhead antennas. One thing the Gemini version does better, though, is the winglets. That is my main plus about the Gemini version is the winglets. You can notice the size difference between the winglets there. The Gemini version has thicker winglets, while the NG versions are smaller, more like the 757 winglets there. You can see the Gemini version does have a little bit more wing flex, which is a little good. Yeah, that's bad. But the winglets are better. So that is a pro about the Gemini mold. And obviously, the nose shape. The Gemini version has a way better nose shape. It's still not perfected, but it's just better. NG version, I think NG really needs to relook at the 767 in real life and be like, okay, let's just redo the window shape. They just need to redo it there. And also the NG version is slightly higher with the landing gear. The Gemini, that's another thing the Gemini mold struggles with. The landing gear is a little too short on it. That's another gripe I have it with the Dash 300 mold and the Dash 400 mold, especially 400 mold is awful. So the 767 300 mold from Gemini, it's passable though. It's still a good mold. Just needs some updating. And obviously, NG version, better printing on it, more vibrant in detail with the Delta livery. But the Delta liveries are pretty comparable on each model. So these models will blend well together in a Delta Hub airport, because I know a lot of you probably will be buying both of these versions. Yeah, they'll blend in well. So overall, I say the NG version just narrowly beats out the Gemini version, just solely because of the mold shape. The mold is just better than the Gemini version, but the Gemini version has some highlights to it, including the enlarged winglets and the somewhat correct nose shape. So, so take what you will with those reviews there, and your decision on buying a Delta 767. And alright, folks, so moving on to the JT score portion of this model review. So overall, this is an excellent NG model with some caveats. So some of the main highlights include the fuselage section being great on swallows, a 5 out of 5. Nose sections a 3 out of 5. Yeah, just that nose shape. The cockpit windows just seem to be redone. I think the mold itself is good, but the cockpit window placement is iffy. Tail proportion's perfect, 5 out of 5, no complaints. Same goes with the landing gears, which is a 5 out of 5. But the wings on this model is only they have only scored a 3 out of 5 just because those winglets are way too small. That may be the main concern of this mold for me. Yeah, I don't know. The wings, yeah, they're not accurate. They're a Boeing 757 winglet instead of a 767 winglet, so a little concerning there. Delivery is perfect though. Nice and vibrant. Yeah, and accurate, so 5 out of 5. Same goes with engines. They're actually a CF6 engine, unlike the Gemini version, so those are 5 out of 5. Printing is also a 5 out of 5. Lots of detail on them. Window line's perfect in my opinion, but that may be disputed among others. The aerials have also received a 5 out of 5. You have the correct amount of them. You have the SATCOM boxes and underside aerials, so plus over the Gemini version. Quality controls 5 out of 5. This model did not come broken, so final score of this model is a 46 out of 50 or an A and 92%. And alright folks, that is it for today's reviews. So here's some outdoor photos of this model playing in the background. So overall, this is an excellent engine model, and I would recommend for you guys to purchase this model if you don't mind the incorrect nose shape or the winglets. So that is it for this review. I'm JTC Pilot. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this video, and have a wonderful day. Bye.